would be possible without your help. Every breakthrough, every battle won, and every life impacted is driven by you. Visit PVA.org to learn more.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Join the movement. Listen to the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, the locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what, because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. It is officially my last show on 1017 The Truth, and I'm excited. I am excited. Just trying to tweak some computer stuff. I'm excited because it has been a great run. First place in multiple categories and awards mean stuff, but I think listeners mean more. Fans mean more. So it's been a great run. It's been great fun. Let me check who's in the Let me check and see who's in the YouTube chat. Let me see who's up in there. Hey, what's up, Kwanda? She said, sorry I left it out there. I was so excited to get in here. It's pretty heavy, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't know whose it was at first.
Yeah. What do you mean you didn't know? So how'd you find out? You saw a cigar in there? Okay. All right. Oh, I tell you. So what's going on? Today is my last, at GKB, my last Pop-Off Friday because, next week, Dr. Ken's Truth.
at Dr. Ken's Truth on YouTube. I'll be there. I'm only going to do like an hour or so or whatever on Monday at 4 just to kind of, and then from there, I'll be kicking out. So just, a few of you all have already headed over there and, subscribe. So I appreciate it. So what's going on? Final Pop-Off Friday in this form, but a sadness of our debates together. So just switch over to the other YouTube channel and harass me over there. Study Hall is just moving. That's all. Study Hall is moving. Hey, what's up, SE? Sincere? Final call, final knock. Ken, Sincere here. Let me in. Yeah, you here. Lucretia, what's going on? Cherie, why do I feel like it's the last day of school? Because it's not. You're getting promoted. You're going from high school to college now. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. You're going from college to graduate school. So now the conversation will change a bit. It'll be more in-depth and more pointed, more broad. So just so you know. Hey, what's up? Okay, Lucretia and Quando on that bestie thing again. Terreno said, Dr. Ken, great show. I'm the coffee mushroom guy. Yeah. Should I just block him now? No, I'm just kidding. I'm headed down there. Hope to see you. Shake your hand for a second time. I love the show. Love the content. Thank you so much. Oh, Quanda said, I am. Don't worry. Yes, ma'am. Ooh, I got told. Cherise said, I already have my master's. Then it'll be a doctoral program. Like, either way. Graduate school is graduate school. You know what I'm saying? Graduate school is graduate school. So, no. Think of it as a graduate certificate. How's that? It's a graduate. It's postgraduate certificate. Okay. I'm just making it up as I go along because it's Pop-Off Friday. Because some stuff just, irked me beyond belief. But I got to add this. I have to let you know that conversation we need to have today is that life teaches every grown person something sooner or later. Just because something, stops at one place doesn't mean it doesn't keep going. Somebody told me today. Good luck. And I told them, nah, I don't need luck. They said, well, in everything you do, you got to have luck. And at my age, I have to take into account a person's age, experience, what they do, family, all that stuff, right? Because I try to find, where's that coming from? Like, huh? And what my reply is that I don't believe in luck. Luck is for the unprepared. Like if you're living unconsciously, then you rely on luck, no matter how little. If you do your work and you're prepared, when you win, that counts. If you don't win, you didn't win. But I just discount luck because I don't believe in it. So if you live long enough, if you love long enough, if you've lost long enough, if you struggle long enough, you know exactly what I mean. Because some people can leave your life physically, but never leave mentally, when loved ones pass away. Some experiences end officially, but continue emotionally. Some pain walks out the door, but still sleeps in your spirit. See, we're taught as children that when something closes, it's over. Because we like endings. Okay, it's over and it's, and it's complete and it's final. But adulthood, being an adult, being a mature adult, being a senior, being a mature person, teaches you that there's some doors that close while the echo still stays in the hallway. So some of y'all still hearing the voices of people who left your life 20 years ago. Grandfather, father, coach, ex-lover, friend, child. They may not be there physically, but they're never gone from you. And so that's why memory is powerful. Don't forget all the experiences you had over the last 5.5 years. Don't throw it away. It's proof. You ready? It's proof that human beings were never designed to simply disconnect. You carry it inside of you. But let's be honest. Some of us are still fighting battles with people, and to be honest with you, they're not even here. Some of us are still trying to prove ourselves. Some of us are still trying to heal from stuff that somebody said to us in 1989 before you was even born. Some people still mad that you moved. Some people still mad that you stayed. Some people are still chasing validation from people who forgot what they even said to you. This applies to relationships, but in this case, it also applies to communities, especially black communities. Because it's history, it never leaves. Slavery never left. Segregation never left. Redlining never left. Discrimination never left. It just changed its clothes. Systems, peoples, spirits leave residue. Pain leaves residue. Trauma leaves residue. But what we forget is happiness leaves residue. Leaves residue as well. And that's what you can inherit without fear, without thinking it's some original danger. Because when you hold on to it, that's why black people distrust institutions. They overprotect their children and don't let them learn about the world so they can, guide them and direct them. That's why we're still in survival mode over 100 years after slavery was over. To the point where survival becomes a habit. Emergency been over. Emancipation Proclamation, Civil Rights Act, on and on. Whether Trump is here or not, it's over. Now, we got to remember the pain stayed, but then so did the strength. Our grandparents may be gone physically, but you still remember the discipline, right? I still remember the ruler to the back of the bud. Things they said to you are still here. They're cooking. That went through your mother, your father, your sister, your aunt. The church songs are still there. The hustle, the resilience, all those things. That's why somebody else can say something, or you can see somebody that reminds you of something or somebody, and all of a sudden you become emotional. That's because things you love have a memory. And it's important because too many people think moving on means pretending something never mattered. Just because you healed doesn't mean it didn't happen. Healing means learning how to carry something without letting it destroy you. That's what I call maturity. Some things are just not meant to disappear. They transform. The death of a loved one and the words that they use with you transforms into wisdom. The end of a relationship transforms into discernment, what you should and should not do. Failure becomes discipline. Embarrassment, should drive you to humility, but anyway. And I think one of the hardest things in life is accepting that some people will always occupy space in your spirit. Once you reconcile that, and I mean not because you're weak or because you're obsessed, but because human connection leaves fingerprints on your soul. Not just the good things you did, but the people who hurt you changed you. The people you loved changed you. The people who believed in you changed you. Just like the ones that you hurt, that you loved, that you believed in. And if it changed you, then there's something about them that's with you in some form. And that's why you have to be careful how you treat people. Because your words may leave your mouth, but they never leave somebody's mind. The only thing you really remember about a person is how they made you feel. A parent can say something destructive, one sentence, and that child can carry it for 40 years. A teacher, as in my case, can encourage one student for 30 seconds and altered my entire life. And so if nothing disappears, that means opportunities don't either. Some of you think you're at the end of your years or beginning of your years and dreams are gone and my purpose is over and the moment passed, go somewhere and sit down. I get why some people don't go sit down. Why? Because life tends to circle back around. The opportunity comes back, the dream comes back, the calling comes back, but it actually makes you stronger. That's why you can't quit, because what looked like it wasn't there just might be preparing to return in another form, and you might miss it. One day, every one of us will have to accept change. The question is, will we be, well, it won't be whether people remember our names. It's what part of us remains. Did the wisdom, the integrity, did the courage, the principles you left, what examples can they follow? Physical presence is temporary, but spiritual influence is permanent. Some people leave your sight, but they never leave your soul. Some moments end, but never stop teaching, like me on Monday. Some love stories close, but never stop shaping you, because in life, and in the words of Marsha Sampson Johnson, you have to remember, goodbye ain't gone.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 101.7 The Truth. Truth Nation is the best fan base in the country.
I won tickets last week on your show to see The Wiz. I just wanted to call and say thank you and say I appreciate you. I appreciate the show. I appreciate the station. That was a core memory that was made last night. The Wiz was an amazing performance.
We want you to tap into the talk and text line every show, every day at 833-212-1017. Milwaukee Black Talk, 101.7 The Truth.
70 million people in the U.S. have learning and thinking differences, like ADHD and dyslexia. Each has their own story. This is ours. At first, I thought it was just a phase. Then schoolwork became a struggle. Emotions got bigger, and my kids started falling behind. I felt alone, like I was lost in the dark trying to find answers. Then I learned about Understood.org, a nonprofit empowering parents and kids like us. It was like we had a light to show us the path ahead. Whenever new challenges came up, their guidance helped us figure out our next step. We still have tough days, but now we have direction. And I have the tools and resources I need to help my child thrive. No matter where you are on the path, Understood can help you keep moving forward. Visit understood.org/yourpath today.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 101.7 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about 4 walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your families tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
Severe flooding from hurricanes and other serious storms frequently damage cars. However, some of these flooded vehicles will end up back on car lots or for sale online, with no indication they were submerged in floodwaters. If you are in the market for a used vehicle, make sure you are buying from a reputable dealership and use the National Insurance Crime Bureau's free online VIN check service to help verify the car's history. If you suspect fraud, call 800-TEL-NICB. A public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
Wisconsin is as hard-working of a place as you'll ever find. People here are tough, but even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. At Gruber Law Offices, we won't stop fighting for you and your family. One call, that's all.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
It's Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Release me, baby. I can feel the tension taking over me. Oh, won't you save me? I need redemption. Won't you set me free? Set me free. Set me free. Set me free. Another jam from the miracle maker, wizard of the word, MC Undertaker.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Somebody had the audacity to do their last show, and I didn't want to come in and take over mine because they had 3 hours. It wasn't enough. What up, Tory Lowe?
Hey, I'm crashing, Dr. Ken.
Crashing my show?
I'm
What's
crashing
going
it on
on,
this
man?
Friday. Hey, I got to tell you, thank you. We love you.
Thank you, man.
Community supports a lot of the brothers that get out here and you try to make a difference. And
What do you mean try?
You know, we try to because I guess we know.
Try?
I don't know if we being, you know, we still got some obstacles to kind of overcome.
I know.
I'm trying to be. We still telling the truth, but
that's right.
you know, so I always got to put that little pause in there. But I appreciate you and I thank you for 5 years of being on the truth. We were always, you know, a lot of people thought that as personalities we were at odds, but that was just for theater because we are family. We always talk. We always shared moments. And the thing is, having somebody that was dealing with universities, dealing with the community, elder around, it was just amazing.
So you always got to throw that in, elder.
No, I'm talking about the amazing wealth of knowledge.
I'm just
you know, you the doctor. You know,
I'm the contrarian, right? If you say, because then I'll be like, well, how come you didn't call me, I'm older than you? Like, if he'd have called me young. So
I said, I mean, I'm just, here to just say my piece, but I'll say this. Thank you.
Thank you.
If I don't say anything else.
I appreciate love you, bro.
The one thing I loved about being around Dr. Ken is that Dr. Ken would always have the opposite idea ready to talk about, to discuss. And even he would always try to take all the sides in.
Mm-hmm.
And that was amazing to me.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
And I thank you for just being a part of the pillar idea that started fresh. The truth didn't even exist.
Yep.
We got on the truth 5 years, and now it's time for us to, go into the next space. And I'm excited. I'm excited to go into the next space. But like I said, you don't forget the work that was done over the last 5 years.
Absolutely.
And I just wanted to give you your flowers on the air and say thank you for all that you've done. We were very competitive. We were showing up to the Wisconsin Broadcast Association
That's because you and I
Awards.
took all the awards.
Yeah, I'm just saying, we would show up to the Wisconsin Broadcast Association Awards, we would compete with the rest of the state of Wisconsin. Yeah. And from my understanding, we may be the first group that was able to consistently do that.
Yeah.
And I don't know what is moving forward, but I know that we were challenging the state of Wisconsin and coming out on top.
Yeah.
And that, to me, is something that you don't take lightly.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
We'll always be submitted in history for doing, those great things for our community, opening up the door for the next generation.
Yep.
That's
I ain't opening the door for the next generation.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know, but they got a standard.
You got to get your own story.
Now they got
I set the
standard.
Now you got to come. My only goal for somebody else that's coming after me is if you don't do better than me, then you wasted your time.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, we got to have a ladder. Just like the fire department.
I ain't giving up. Fire. You just mentioned fire department to a cop? What?
Hey, I know y'all was rivals.
Man, no, we're not rivals. And again,
blue and red.
That's one of the. No, they got blue. They just wear a different color.
I'm just playing.
But we can talk about each other. We don't let other people talk about. Does that make sense?
I agree.
Because it's like family, right? I don't like Tory. But you can't say you don't like Tory.
Right.
Does that even make any sense? No, because that's what love does. People go, It's completely irrational.
Right, but I even grew to the point where it don't matter if you don't like me. Now, just don't try to put your hands on me. Like,
right.
And we got to learn. Like, I got one rule now as I matured. I don't argue with nobody.
No.
That's out. Like, it's nothing. You got to be a threat to me for me to even respond in any kind of way. But if you're not a threat, God bless you. Have a blessed day.
Yeah,
and we got it. Because we got all this stuff to do. I got a lot of things I'm trying to do. And God bless you. You know, have a blessed day. And that's how I feel about it.
Oh, yeah,
and
without a doubt.
once I got into that space, because, when you grow up, you got all these issues going on, and you got to learn how to manage it. And once you get to the point of wisdom and using wisdom and knowledge to deal with situations, now you just kind of just let them have. You got to have, but you can have it.
So then, why do younger people think they're always smarter than everybody else?
Because
it's funny because they think because they have time, they have wisdom, and they don't. And so how do you explain to them that stuff that you think about doing and want to do and things you're explaining that don't make no sense? Don't make no sense. It doesn't make any sense because I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense because I know you're lying and you're making stuff up. Like what?
But that's undisciplined. Like that. When you're disciplined, you don't do that. Like when you're undisciplined, you get that born to be wild.
Yep. I can make it up
ego,
in anybody.
Yeah, like I could. Like it's like a lot of people think that they can watch MMA and then they get into a fight and they think that they can just do all of that.
Or in our day, in our day, watch a karate movie and then go out and do karate.
And that's just these people train day and night to do what they do. So
I would never do that.
So, but a lot of when you're undisciplined, you think you can cut the corners.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't cut corners. You should actually learn and develop the right way so you can have apply the right strategy to what you're seeing. And sometimes people want to apply that same strategy to everything.
Yep.
Loud, want to fight.
Yep.
That's not the right strategy for every situation.
So what did all those burn buildings and marching and protests get us? Oh, okay.
Here we go. I'm out. You know what? It's my last day. I don't want no smoke. It's Friday.
No smoke,
God
baby.
bless you, Dr.
Hey, it's
Ken.
Pop-Off Friday, though, so you just came at the wrong day, player.
Hey, I don't have to bring the smoke no more. I'm out.
So I can put some water on there. I call the fire department.
Hey, God bless.
All right, brother.
I love you.
I almost had him. I almost had him. When we come back talking text line, I got a YouTube chat is kind of blowing up. I don't know why. And then I'm going to pop off on some stuff that's been driving me crazy all day. Some interactions I had with two people. One at my house and the other at a fast food store, which I had no business being at, but I ate fish. So it wasn't a fish place, but I ate fish. So at least I wasn't trying to eat nothing that was going to kill me. I stopped eating bread and stopped eating all that stuff. So anyway, you're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. Maybe I should say the final Truth in the Afternoon. Unless somebody else comes in and they got a Truth in the Afternoon with somebody. Hey, here's traffic. And now with 101.7 The Truth traffic, here's Debbie Lazaga.
Eastbound on 94, we have backups from about Highway F all the way past Barker Road and then really hitting the brakes at 92nd Street all the way to an accident scene at 68th Street. The left lane's still blocked right now. Emergency crews still on the scene working this. So be careful. Westbound is backing up from 35th Street all the way through to about 68th, with folks slowing down to take a look. We've got southbound 43, a pretty hefty ride from Capitol Drive all the way through the Marquette. Northbound, we've got some delays basically from Beecher all the way up to North Avenue. And then on westbound 894, they still have that accident off on the right shoulder just as you're coming out of the tunnel from the ramp from southbound 4394 to 894 westbound. So careful with that. More delays, though, all the way to about 58th. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, slight chance for showers, mostly cloudy with a low of 48. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a slight chance for afternoon showers, a high of 61. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
Hi, I'm Priscilla Presley. My love for animals began when I was 5 years old. That sparked a lifelong commitment to speak up for animals who can't speak for themselves. Elvis and I supported American Humane Society because your compassion can change a life. American Humane Society strengthens the bond between humans and animals. Please visit AmericanHumane.org to learn more. Thank you.
As parents, we have a million things running through our minds. Playdates, checkups, groceries, laundry, diapers, work, carpool schedules, picture day, swim team, did we mention diapers, birthday parties, meal prep, lost permission slips, dentist appointments, and the dog that still needs to be walked. So it's easy to make a mistake. Oh, I forgot birthday candles. Sit tight, hon, I'll be right back. We say we'd never put our kids in danger by leaving them in the car alone. Oh, wait, since when are candles not on the baking aisle? But never happens. And temperatures as low as 60 degrees can be deadly for children left behind. So always bring them with you, and every time you park the car, stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Want to protect our planet? The air we breathe, water we drink, and land we share? Real progress begins with birds. Yes, birds. The very ones we see and hear every day. On a walk, in the park, or simply out the window. That's because birds are more than birds. They're symbols, sentinels that reveal the health of our planet and our people. And by helping them thrive, all of us thrive as well. Audubon is a place where birds matter, where habitats are protected, where communities are engaged, and where change takes flight. Because at Audubon, hope begins with birds. Progress begins with birds. It all begins with birds. Audubon.
Milwaukee Black Talk.
You don't want to be there. You don't like the work. You don't like the people. Now, there are some differences. The only difference is modern American slavery and capitalism versus 19th century. We were dramatically more primitive back then. And a slave that is able to buy their freedom is the same as the disaffected, disgruntled worker that is able to buy their way into entrepreneurship because that for them is free.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
This Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Xavier Spencer. The Brewers still haven't lost to the Cubs since October 9th of 2025. They completed the sweep last night, winning 5-0.
A beautiful pitch executed by D.L. Hall. He strikes out Alex Bregman, and the Brewers shut out the Cubs 5-0. And it is a Windy City sweep here this week at Wrigley Field.
No game today, but a huge series rematch against the Dodgers begins tomorrow here in Milwaukee at 6:40. Some bittersweet news from a beloved former Green Bay Packers quarterback. Aaron Rodgers calls it quits after this upcoming season.
Aaron, do you feel this will be your last year? Or do you think that way?
Yes. This is it, yeah.
Rodgers will go down as one of the best quarterbacks in NFL history after his retirement at the conclusion of the 2026 NFL season. I'm Xavier Spencer, and this is the True Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. You got any comments? It's my last day on the Truth. You got anything you want to say to me or don't want to say to me or complain to me? I know a couple people do. So even though there's some people that are happy I'm leaving, but then again, so am I. So 833-212-1017 is the number. Let me see. Sorry, Mr. Mushroom Man, but Dr. Ken, well, this is what Marquis said, to not be shaking your hand, although you might get a fist bump. That is true. You get a fist bump, maybe. And then Kwanda left the War and Peace masterpiece I'm supposed to read. And yes, you are to read it because I'm in class still. All right. Because she put that in capitals, so she was actually hollering at me. She said then she has a laughing emoji. Dr. Ken, today really feels like the end of an era. Who would have thought study hall would grow from a small Truth Nation classroom into this big community of people reading, debating, disagreeing, learning, and trying to get closer to the truth, even when the truth gets uncomfortable. You created a space where people could think differently, challenge each other, laugh, argue a lot, and still come back the next day for attendance. From book reads to debates, which I'm going to keep up. I'm going to still keep up that Black Book Thursday. Debates to random, that's stupid moments. Study hall has become more than a chat. It became a whole experience, even though today is the last day on Truth Nation. The class isn't ending. We're moving to a bigger study hall room because the community outgrew the classroom. So thank you, Dr. Ken, for teaching me to think deeper, question louder, and never settle for surface-level conversation. Study hall forever. RN Kawanda. Well, thank you. Notice how I said Kawanda. Okay. All right. Todd said, Dr. Ken, I've never heard anything like that in my life. Everything you just said has hit my soul. You are absolutely correct. Cherie said, you'll be missed, from your friend Cherie. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just not going to be on the radio. I'm going to be on YouTube. Same time, 4 o'clock. What we doing? At Dr. Ken's Truth. Relax. Take it easy. It'll be a little bumpy in the beginning. You got to, work out the bugs and do all kind of stuff. Yeah, so let me see what y'all talking about. So now Cherie and Kwanda talking to each other in the YouTube chat. See what I got to put up with? To the bitter end. To the bitter end. Hey, what's up, Felix? I don't see him. Oh, I see. What's up, Sherwin? Hey, Sherwin, give me a call. 833-212-1017. I know it's a little delayed, but you'll get it eventually. Yep. Sincere said, hey, man, from 7 to 6 p.m. They don't line that together. That's powerful. But we are. Sincere Ronnie Ray Real said they hate to see black excellence from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. They don't like that. Togetherness, powerful. Rather, we agree or disagree on subjects, but we were here and showed out. Sherwin, yes. Like on the air. You know how that works? And if you don't want to, just say so. I ain't calling you, fool. So, you can do that too. Sherwin.
Yo.
What's up?
How are you?
I am absolutely phenomenal.
Even though you're doing your last show, which really isn't your last show, it's just your last show on this particular format.
Correct. That is correct.
So I'd imagine you are reminiscing and talking about all the great conversations. Oh, you're not?
At all.
Okay.
No,
it's not a funeral.
Dude, today is Monday. Monday is on at Dr. Ken's Truth on YouTube. I'm just going.
So you're launching on Monday, on Memorial Day. You're not even going to wait until
just for an hour
Tuesday.
or so, half hour, just to get people, hey, I'm here. This is what we're doing. Subscribe. Come on now.
Doc, if I may impart just a tiny bit of advice to you, please make sure you're working out all of your bugs with your streaming software and everything else before you. Oh, I have just struggled, but I have it figured out now. I'm actually doing testing as we speak. So
all right.
I've fixed my issues. So you won't have those issues, I'm sure.
Well, that's because I'm using a program that allows me to send it to 3-4 different places at the same time.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
Are we on the air right now?
Yes, we're on the air. We're on the air.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said call the on-air call. Okay. All right. You've been off all week, so you've been kind of moving kind of slow this week, huh?
Oh, I'm completely discombobulated. I have not. I don't think I've ever had a week off. It's been a long weekend,
yes,
or maybe
have.
a day here
yes,
or a day there. Well, no, and when my father passed away, I think that was but I was only off then for 10 days, which was not nearly long enough.
True. It's tough when your dad passed. I've been there. But didn't you something happened in the studio when you was out for a minute?
Oh yeah. I came back too soon then as well.
I know, because you look crazy when you came back. Like, dude, what is he doing back? But we were glad you were back.
Yeah, you and me both.
He was like, Sherwin. I was like, what? So, it's good. It's good. Well, it was a
Doc,
pleasure.
did you see the new lineup that Tory has got? He's doing some stuff over at TMJ. Did you get that email?
No, sir. I don't have any more GKB email.
You're kidding.
I turned all my stuff in. Dude, if I'm leaving, I'm leaving.
You still should have emails up until your show ends today, because technically you are still a GKB employee.
Until 6 o'clock.
Okay. Well, Tori is the new community reporter for 620 TMJ.
Okay.
Congratulations to Tori.
Congrats. That's nice.
Yeah, I just saw that. They sent that email maybe an hour or so ago, give or take. So good for him. He was just on your show a little while ago. I missed it.
Yes, he was.
I turned you on as he was walking out.
You finally miss it. You always miss it.
I mean, I'm a very busy guy. I have a lot of things going on during my week of vacation in which I didn't go anywhere except my own home studio.
Well, that's your fault.
It is. I
That
blame
is your
nobody
fault.
but myself. But I thoroughly enjoyed the time off and just not having to think about what I need to think about in order to do a radio show is relaxing in and of itself.
Yep. See, for me, it's the opposite. Doing a radio show and doing YouTube will be relaxing for me.
Well, good.
Because it'll cause me to have to stop and put all of my thoughts and just randomness, right? And just let it ramble for 2 hours. It'll be great. I'm still doing my top 5 at 5, though.
Good.
And you remember that?
Keep as much the same as possible.
Oh, yeah. You remember that piece of equipment we talked about?
Yes.
I got it.
Oh, well, then you're going to be just fine.
Oh, yeah. They'll be able to take phone calls, all that.
Doc, I'll tell you the one thing that I got right during my week of test broadcast, I got phone calls right. I even took a phone call from Al.
I saw that.
It was uncensored.
I saw that.
And it was
blazing.
What I expected.
Blazing. I said, thank God that you. At first, I got. Wait. This is just YouTube, okay? Because my brain was thinking Sherwin is broadcasting from the studio. No, okay, he's a whoo, because it was blazing. Yeah, to say the least.
I give him a lot of credit because I think that is how he speaks authentically and unapologetically, and for him to have to clean up the way that he does to do terrestrial radio, like that's a skill. Now he does let a few adjectives slip out that probably shouldn't.
Every now and
boy,
then
does he clean up.
Every now and then we had to hit.
He's been canceled more times than anyone, but has always made it back on air. Like he's been banned. I can't tell you how many times. Probably for 3 or 4 months, 4 or 5 months total since we started broadcasting.
Well, he's a good communicator, so he speaks his piece and he says, does his mea culpa, and boom, he's back.
No, that's true. That is true.
Very true. Sort of like you.
Maybe not quite as extreme, but I'll take that as a compliment.
I just meant the mea culpa part.
Well, fair enough. All
right. All right, sir. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to watching you on Dr. Ken's Truth on YouTube.
It's been an honor and a privilege. I'm sure you'll be a guest one day, right?
I'd love to be.
All right.
Just let me know when.
Thanks, sir.
Talk to you soon.
Yep.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Hey, Joe, working again? Retirement was boring, huh?
Not boring. Expensive. Food, medicine, rent. Social Security just isn't enough.
I know, and that's why I used benefitscheckup.org. It connected me to an extra $1,000 a month.
$1,000 a month?
Benefitscheckup.org is a free service from the National Council on Aging.
Free? I'm going to benefitscheckup.org today.
Honest, direct, and always thought-provoking.
Even if the system don't make sense anymore. And that's the part we got to be honest about. Education is not a theory. It's not a title. It's not a category. It's a student, it's a teacher, it's a classroom, and there's learning. Everything, everybody else, including the superintendent herself, are secondary. Assistant superintendents, or whatever the heck you call them, deputy, chief of school, everybody, they are secondary if a child's not learning. The student is the number one thing there. So if we've reached the point where the only way to defend the system is to argue that keeping teachers out of a classroom is essential to education, then we're not just confused. We backwards. And when policy, practice, priorities, and money collide like that, there's only one word for all of this: nonsensical.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, weekdays from 4 to 6, live on YouTube and broadcasting on 1017 The Truth.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
It's Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Since they say Sherwin is tipsy. No, you're not. That one guy said, I'm going to Pato, wish me luck. I don't believe in luck. Clearly, you didn't hear the beginning of my show. Prosperity said, I'm going to miss listening to you on my drive back from campus. Okay. If you have a cell phone, go to YouTube, and if you could play it through your car and listen, you'll be able to do that. I'm just saying. Okay, Prosperity, 5:55. Okay. All right. Yeah, you'll be able to do that in that way. It will always show up. What is the temperature? 46 degrees after the hour. 59 degrees. The high today was 63. Low 50. Looks like sunset is at 8:15. Winds are from the northeast at about 13 miles an hour. Feels like a whole 57 degrees, which means you really can't tell the difference. What's on the talk and text line? Mari said, I know you're probably inundated with thank yous from listeners, but I hope you get to this. Thank you for always challenging people to think. Many of the people I respect the most are the ones who use genuine reason, not emotions, to make me really think. I didn't always agree with you. I hope not. And that's one of the reasons I listen to you. And your humor is great, even when you said, well, that's sad, when I said that I was a Swiftie mom. Now I'm depressed again. Anyway. Wow, Zach just like, what'd you say? Please keep telling it like it is. I'll be on at Dr. Ken's Truth on YouTube Monday through Friday at 4. So, and if I'm not going to be there, I'll put up a video saying, hey, I'm not going to be there, but blah, 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 that kind of, right? Somebody sent a picture, but I can't tell what the picture is. I think I know what the picture is because I see the colors in the picture. So I think I know exactly what that picture is and where it's from. Fawn said, there's no Dr. Ken's Truth, the only truth. That's what always said. If you understand a contrarian, you would See, Kawanda got it. If you understood a contrarian, the whole point of me writing Dr. Ken's Truth is that there's only one truth. And if you can't get that, well, D. Wood said, what time I'm going to be on? 4 o'clock. I'm going to be on 4 o'clock Monday, even though it's Memorial Day, because I'm going to be sitting around, fluffing around in the backyard and not doing a lot of stuff. So I'm going to just pop in and, hey. Now, granted, watch this. I got ADHD, so you know what's going to happen, right? If you might happen to go, poof, notification. Dr. Ken's Truth is live. I might be live at 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know. I'm just saying. So you just know how it is. I'm a work on disciplining myself like I did for 5.5 years at 4 o'clock. But you might get me at like 9. You might get me at like 10:15. So just so you know. And I'll leave all the videos on so you can watch them and all that. I'm going to let you tell me whether I should make it a podcast and put it on Spotify and all that stuff. You let me know. But that's something that I will start doing and, do all that stuff. Dr. Ken, thanks for pushing everyone to do better. That one guy said he going to listen while he gambles. Well, we know he going to lose now. You know he going to lose now. So we can't get out of the first hour before I give you my first pop-off for the day. So I take myself into a store to get something to eat. It's about 11:15. Nope, it was 11:22 this morning. And I remember it because I glanced and said where I wanted to go at noon, I needed to be here at 11:15, 11:30, get my food and go. When I come in, there's a young lady in front of me who's literally doing rideshare picking up food. Now, I get it. People dress all kind of ways when they go do rideshare. I'm not going to judge. So she goes in and she holds up her phone. People don't know how to talk anymore. She just holds up her phone. So the person on the other side of the counter, do you think she looked at the phone like most people do, go grab the bag and give it to them? Or as if the person that's holding up the phone doing the rideshare to pick up the food, like there's something wrong with them or something? Is it that they can't read? That's what I think. I think they can't read. Some of them can't read. Some of them will tell you the name, but then they feel like they have to show you, hey, I'm here to pick up so-and-so. Instead, they go. And I'm like, what is that? So the girl that's working behind the counter, the woman, they're both grown women. The woman behind the counter says, hello. And what do you think the girl's response was? She shoves her phone closer. She said, hello, waiting for this young lady to say hello to her. There couldn't have been more than a 5 or 10 year difference between the two of them. So she stood there. I'm thinking to myself, okay, so help me out. You're going to hold up the entire line because there are 3 people behind me. I'm in line, and there's one in front of me that you're beefing with about saying hello? Get that girl the food and let's go. When the girl said, hello, she said, okay, thank you. What do you need? What's the name? She held her phone, and that's when I realized she can't read. She has no idea what she's looking at. She's just holding it up. And that angered me so bad. I'm thinking to myself, what are our schools doing? So then she hands her the bag. Then she comes over to me and said, can I help you? And I said, I would like blankety blank, but like I told y'all, I eat it without the bun. Because, I'm trying to still cut down on my weight. I still got another 13 pounds to lose. 13. So she says, I said, and if I get it without the buns, will the price be the same? I said, so if it's a dinner or if it's a whatever or single, do I still get the same? And she said, yeah, the price is blah, 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 blah. And I said, no, I'm talking about if I get just the sandwich. She said, well, you said dinner. And it dawned on me, she does that because she has to be right and in control of everything. And I said, does it matter? Does the price stay the same if bread stays on the food? And then there was no way around it. She had to go, well, yes. I said, well, thank you. Give it to me like this. I want this. Put that and that. And I gave my order. So now at this place where they used to bring you your food, when they had your number, they call out your number. Hey, number 5,627. And you got to walk up to the counter, they hand you your food. They don't even hand it, they just sit it on the counter. I'm like, what happened to customer service? But what's happening is this. I'm watching younger patrons deal with younger workers, and they ain't really feeling that. You're supposed to treat them some kind of way because they're working. I almost told this young lady, I'm paying you. You pay attention to me. You work with me. You don't stand in line and try to correct me and tell me I'm something wrong unless I'm markedly wrong. No, you didn't say that. I said, excuse me? So then she gives me the senior discount. And I said, did I ask you for a senior discount? Or are you just making an assumption? And she looks at me. And I said, so you give a senior discount to everybody? Even though they don't deserve a senior discount? And her whole countenance changed. So you got beef with your company that you work for, so you hide behind being nice, when in fact, you're giving away their profit. I was like, wow. I said, I need to remember this face, because she'll never work for me. She'll never work for anybody I know. But that is who we have. That's why I've seen fights break out in these places, in fast food places, because people's ego gets caught up in a job that only pays them a certain amount of money. I got two people here doing this in the window. What's up with that? So yeah. So it's I mean, they literally did this. Like, wow, interesting. So it was just, I'm just torn. I am torn because the fear I have about the future is that I'm never, ever going, like that was the first time I was in a fast food store in about a month. I'm not going all summer now. I'm going to easily lose weight this summer. You know why? Because if I got to deal with people like that, I will never go back and eat fast food again. I've already stopped eating bread, rice. Today is my wagon day, so I don't eat junk over the weekend. I'm going to eat some sweet tarts today. That's it. I'm done. And so my pop-off the next time is from a heating company that came to my house this week and some of the nonsense I had to go through. And when I tell you, I need you to tell me what it is I need to do in follow-up. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm the host, Dr. Ken Harris. Top 5 at 5 up next.
He's the voice for the people and the community's connection to change.
So I was shocked that they let an advocate get on the air. Because I was like, man, do y'all really want to know what's really going on out here in these streets? I wish I could have a whole show that y'all could listen to every phone call that come to my. I could do a whole show on my voice message. Just people calling, talking about what's happening. Just off the voice message, y'all wouldn't even believe what I got in my voice message. If I'm gonna start a podcast after show, I'm gonna let y'all hear the raw material because we can't even play it on the air. That's how real it is out here. That's why I ain't got time for all y'all all that extra stuff that y'all be trying to do. I'm just happy that we're able to have these great, powerful conversations, but I'm going to always remind y'all that we got to still get out here and get to work.
The Tory Lowe Show, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m., live on YouTube and right here on 101.7 The Truth.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage Because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person. Complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
Listen to the man who tells you exactly how he sees it. The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon, the final hour of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in Milwaukee. Okay, that's the first time I've said that all the way through, probably in the last 3 years. So, all right. So, I got to get to the YouTube chat. I got some more popping off to do today. If you got any pop-offs, 833-212-1017 is the number. You know, you can wait till I'm done with my top 5 at 5, and then you can jump in and see what's going on. Wait a minute. Hang on. Hang on. 2. Got to get my is a boomer moment. In order. No, I changed the order. And so when I change the order, I want to make sure I have it right because, it's my last time. And I'm not like Zach. I don't just do stuff because, Zach be, that's how he be. I be trying to do excellence. Don't you just love this nonsense? Okay. Well, you could at least done this.
Number 5.
Goodness. Well, can you drive the friendly skies? Maybe. Well, in Wisconsin, you might want to do it at your own risk. Wisconsin State Patrol pilots are scheduled to keep an eye on our traffic violations from the air from May 26th through May 31st. Weather permitting, the State Patrol's Air Support Unit is set to be in Portage County, Moshera County, Jefferson County, Manitowoc, Eau Claire, and Door County. Just the way y'all like to speed along those wide open places. A news release says, this from fox6now.com, a news release says the Wisconsin State Patrol primary mission is public safety. While you're driving, you're going to be peeking, then calling it in, and you're going to see that guy standing there like this. Hey, you pull over, you keep going, you pull over, you pull over, you pull. Yeah, so if you do over 70 or whatever, over the speed limit, yeah. Unfortunate.
Number 4.
Speaking of unfortunate, this is from CBS 58. The Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, announced today that she's resigning at the end of June because of her husband's diagnosis with cancer. Unfortunately, I must submit my resignation effective June 30th, 2026. She wrote in a letter to President Donald Trump, my husband, Abraham, has recently been diagnosed with an extremely rare form of bone cancer. He faces major challenges in the coming weeks and months, and at this time I must step away from public service to be by his side and fully support him. I believe that is an honorable thing to do. But it's a lot of people like rolling out of the Trump administration. You think? You think? Interesting.
Number 3.
Well, I told you technology would take over, but I guess criminals didn't listen. 5 people were arrested last night after a police chase involving a stolen vehicle, wanted, and an armed robbery. That's according to Milwaukee police. Around 5:30 p.m. near 39th and Hour, Wauwatosa police initially started the pursuit before Milwaukee squads took over. The chase ended near 25th and State when the vehicle crashed into 2 other cars. That's according to police. And our cameras captured a large police presence stretching for several blocks, including near 25th in Michigan. Police said the suspects did what? Got out the car and ran, right? Because you can outrun the police. Now, light may travel at 5,680 feet per second or 280 feet, whatever it is. Sound travels at 700 feet. Either way, 5 people can't run that fast. Police use the radio. All 5 are in custody. Driver identified as a 16-year-old. The other suspects were 20, 18, and 2 other 16-year-olds. Investigators determined the vehicle was stolen during an armed robbery on Tuesday around 9 p.m. from 9th and Juneau. No injuries were reported in the pursuit, and criminal charges are referred to the DA's office.
Number 2.
Now, if that wasn't enough, you should understand that technology plays a huge part in catching people. Just like a radio caught 5 people running. Was it enough cops chasing them that 5 people got caught? Yeah. Well, from WISN.com, Milwaukee police are leveraging social media platforms, including Instagram and Facebook, to connect with the community, enforce the law, and gather evidence for investigations. Now, this guy, I've known him for a good number of years. Sean Kumays, a police service specialist investigator, is behind the department's social media efforts. Mays says, I've known that it's the future because everyone is on it. As long as we're getting comments and shares, that is what we want. Why not showcase what we've done to keep the community safe. So in some cases, these online interactions have helped fight crime, Inspector Lau said, and a team of detectives recently investigated a series of street takeovers. Well, 9 of these incidents were organized by a 22-year-old Ricky Alcantara Hernandez, also known as SRT Rick, who has a public Instagram account, has about 50,000 followers, has a huge presence. That's what Lau says. And some of the posts with the video on there, we're able to use that to identify him as one of the perpetrators in one of those specific videos. So you keep shooting yourself in the foot. That's metaphoric, of course. Stay on technology. I don't understand, if you're a criminal, why you use technology to say stupid stuff. Well, I thought I'd get out of here without calling somebody stupid, but looks like technology beat me to it.
Number 1.
From CBS 58, a woman, remember we talked about the fire the other day on 32nd and Hampton? A woman is now charged in connection to a massive fire. Vacant building near 32nd and Hampton was destroyed. 22-year-old Ellen Stevens is now charged with negligent handling of burning materials. It's a misdemeanor. After allegedly, get this, discarding a cigarette in the building. According to the criminal complaint, Stevens posted on a Snapchat saying, I thought they were supposed to disappear. Anyway, I may or may not have lit the building on fire today on accident. During an interview with investigators, that's stupid. The complaint says Stevens admitted to trespassing on the property to explore the abandoned building with 3 other people. She reportedly says she smoked a cigarette on a rooftop before tossing it through an opening in the roof. Stupid. And while making their way out of the building later, she saw a pile of fallen debris smoking with visible embers. All she had to do was call 911. I'm pretty sure the police would have said no harm, no foul about the trespassing and all that. That's just me. Maybe we can work something out. Talk to the DA. The complaint says Stevens told the police the group believed they had put the fire out by stomping on the smoking debris. Did this woman ever watch Smokey the Bear? Did you ever watch TV that said you can prevent forest fires? You can prevent homes burning down. She should be the spokesperson for dumb, stupid cigarette tricks. Now, crews are working around the clock to demolish what was left of the building. Think about that. She burned down an entire building when all she had to do was pick up the phone and call 911. Fire department would have showed up, put out the fire, been done. Now they got to raise an entire building, deal with asbestos, deal with lead, deal with all this stuff because Knucklebrain here decided that she was smart enough to put out a fire by stomping on it. A Cub Scout knows better than to stomp on the fire. You need water. And she stomped on the fire. Dumb. Oh, my goodness. But never fear. All she did is to just prove what my boy said. You know who my boy is? You know who he is. You've heard everything he's always said. Stupid is as stupid does. Except I got to add the tagline, she is.
I travel all around the world, Dr. Ken, and when I tell you, based on my experiences, this is like the number one country that cares. Like everything is about money. Yep. Everything.
This is The Truth Unfiltered with Denise Thomas and Dr. Ken Harris.
I've told people in the past, you have to be careful of what you complain about and what you use as a tool because other people will take it and use it in the wrong way.
Sundays starting at 7 on 620 WTMJ and Mondays at 6 on 1017 The Truth.
Seriously injured? Make one call. That's all.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
All across Wisconsin, destination marketing organizations are working to ensure that tourism in our state and your local community is stronger than ever. Their work to drive visitation and enhance the visitor experience not only encourages travelers to discover our great state, it bolsters the economy, supports jobs, and it improves the quality of life for all Wisconsin residents. To learn more about what these great organizations are doing, visit destinationswisconsin.com.
As parents, we have a million things running through our minds. Playdates, checkups, groceries, laundry, diapers, work, carpool schedules, picture day, swim team, did we mention diapers, birthday parties, meal prep, lost permission slips, dentist appointments, and the dog that still needs to be walked. So it's easy to make a mistake. Oh, I forgot birthday candles. Sit tight, hon, I'll be right back. We say we'd never put our kids in danger by leaving them in the car alone. Oh, wait, since when are candles not on the baking aisle? But never happens. And temperatures as low as 60 degrees can be deadly for children left behind. So always bring them with you, and every time you park the car, stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
It's Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I'm not a shy little girl, I'm a wizard. With a pearl in my hand, with a heavy dose of adrenaline, call me a chemical man. I'm not a shy girl, I'm a wizard. Do I have to say it again? I'm like a mystic stuck on a gumball. Decorate me with the stars.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. I just ran into a bunch of folk, not really a city girl, Curly Q. All them folks was out there hanging out, chilling, doing all kind of crazy stuff. Met the grandbaby and all that. Curly Q said, good afternoon, Dr. Ken, again. And hello to the chat. Felix said, yeah, they don't like Trump. He. I don't understand what that. Okay, y'all be going back and forth. I got to put up with this in my chat too? Okay. All right, I guess I got to put up with it. Let me see. Good luck on your next adventure. Thank you, Felix. Here I got $20 in. Lucky. Depends on how much you paid in. Like if you paid in 100 and made 20, that's not a good. I don't think that's a good turn. I'm just Marquise. Ain't nobody died. What you doing, man? He said, rest in peace to the truth. Come on, man. Stop. Todd, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Well, good afternoon, Dr. Ken. How are you? Your last day of service to the truth, sir.
I'm phenomenal. How are you?
That's wonderful.
Good.
I'm wonderful also. I'm looking forward to Monday. I really am. Instead of a pop-off, sir, I just have a question for you. You and I have ADHD, and so, sir, when I call in with either a question or an answer to one of your statements, I have to write it down because I get sidetracked. And
correct.
I've never I've never really talked to anybody except for you now in my life that has dealt with it. So,
Okay.
I just don't. My question is I wonder if I go through some of the same things that you do. I probably sleep about maybe 4 to 6 hours a night.
Correct.
And when I wake up, my mind is going a million miles an hour. I have all these things in my head.
So what's your question?
My question is I have a few questions. Do you sleep shortly every night, and when you wake up, do you have a million things going through your mind that you want to do and then get sidetracked through the day?
No, what I do is I keep something next to my bed, and I keep a notebook. So when I wake up and I have an idea, I just write it down, or I go in my phone. I have to have the least resistance as possible, or I'm not going to do it. If people don't understand that, it's like, oh, I need to go do that. I need to go put a note in my phone, but then I have to go to my phone, unlock my phone, open up the Notes app, click it where I can either talk into it or write it or text it in, and that's too much, and it's too many barriers, so I'll just go, I'll do it later. Well, I set myself up with paper and pencil, so that's one. The other one, when I remember things during the day, I put it in a calendar with a date and a time and notifications so I don't forget. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. Let me suggest one book. If you do audio books or regular books, there is a book that's called ADHD 2.0, and it's by Howard Hollowell and John Ratty. If you just do ADHD 2.0, it's a great audio book. But the cool thing about it is it gave you a PDF that said, these are all the great things people do with ADHD. And that's one of the things people have to understand. People that are go-getters and driven and do things and multiple and all that have ADHD, and they're able to do all those things. The problem with that is that they get confused and overwhelmed because they got to do all those things. This helped me come up with solutions for each one of those issues I had that I was bad at.
Yes, and I'm sure you remember, as a child, I had to get glasses. I had to read with a ruler. I had to sit in the front of the class.
Yep, I read with my
This
finger.
is in the very early 70s.
Yep.
When nobody knew ADHD existed.
Right.
So, I was punished for that, but it was
me too.
Being a social butterfly.
Disruptive, you talk too much, all that. Yep.
Yeah.
And I was bored with schoolwork. I was totally bored with school. You could tell me to do math in a book, and I kid you not, if I had to take the book home, within 2 weeks, I was done with half the book. In a month, I had done all the problems in the book, double-checked them in the back, and I was getting C's on everything because I figured, well, why does it matter? I was literally that bored in school.
Yeah, yes, and so was I. And Dr. Ken, when I went to college, when I got to the 300 and 400 level classes,
right,
I went to the bookstore and I bought those books that were highlighted because I figured those were the important things. And I would cram, just like you. And I would cram the night before the exam and ace an exam or get a B in it. And I would forget it in maybe 2-3 weeks.
Listen, I could write a paper. You could tell me right now by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, I need a 20-page single-spaced, which is 40 pages double-spaced paper on this topic. And I could literally find all the sources and all the stuff and work out all the footnotes and everything, write it, and hand it to you picture perfect because that's how my brain works.
Oh, yeah.
But if you give me 2 weeks... But if you give me 2 weeks to do it, I'm going to turn it in late.
You forget it.
I'm going to turn it in late.
It'd be late.
Yep.
It has to be the next day. It's the same way with me, sir. Yep.
I need this in an hour and a half. Can you get this to me? Sure, no problem. Sit down. Bzz, done. It'll be done in like 15 minutes.
Right.
But if you tell me, oh, I need this tomorrow, you ain't getting it tomorrow.
You ain't getting
it tomorrow. You going to get it today?
You ain't getting it in a week. No.
You going to get it today or you are not getting it at all. And I know that's a bad way to be. But I tell people that, oh, no, you've got time. I don't want time.
No,
And so
I need to have it done right now. It's just like, doing IRs, incident reports.
Oh, my
I
God.
did them right away because the next day they were due. I would forget. It just wouldn't happen.
Yeah. You
with
look
the
at your
IRs.
memo book
I
and
did
go,
them right
I
then
didn't
and
write
there.
anything in here. That's funny.
No, and just like what you did that night, it had to be done then because otherwise, at the end of the night, you
Good
forget
luck.
it. Right? Exactly.
The
Good luck.
the best thing that saved me in law enforcement is I had to do my reports before I went home.
And me as well too, sir. Yeah.
Otherwise,
yeah,
criminals would be running the street right now. Oh, I forgot to write that report. Yeah, they had to let him go. What?
Exactly. and right. And as far as witness reports, also, right?
Oh.
Because it had to be done then and there.
They're starting to depress me now. They're starting to depress
6 months down the road when these guys got to court,
Yep.
yeah, forget about it.
Yep.
I don't even know what the guy looked like, you know? Well, thank you, sir.
All right.
I look forward to listening to you on Monday.
All right. Take care.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
All right. Bye. 833-212-1017 is the number. What kind of nonsense y'all talking about? And Felix said, good luck on your next adventure. You got $20. Felix said, and you're not a crybaby snowflake. Is he calling me a crybaby snowflake? It sounds like you're calling me a crybaby snowflake. Yeah, whatever. Oh, yeah, that one time you were talking about getting your fence door fixed. Oh, I fixed the fence door myself, and I had one of the listeners, Fonz, came through and did my fence. Absolutely love it. So there you go. And I didn't see you at Tori's cleanup. One year you said you were going to wear a pink and salmon dress shirt to the event. LOL. Was that supposed to be funny? Okay. And yes, I did get it. Every year that Tori plans that, I would be on the road somewhere, going somewhere. And so that just never, it only lined up like one time because otherwise I never was able to do that. So that's why that didn't work. That is why it didn't work. Norm, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, Dr. Ken.
Yes.
Are y'all hearing anything? What's going to happen? What's going on?
What do you mean?
I mean, are y'all going to be on Monday? What's going on?
1017 The Truth will be on Monday. I won't.
Oh, I don't even know what that means.
That means I'm moving on. I'm not going to the new station, the new ownership. Not a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll be
All
on,
right, brother. What you
I'll
play,
be on.
man?
I'll be on YouTube at Dr. Ken's Truth.
All right, brother. But peace, man. Thank you for everything.
All right.
Peace.
You're welcome. Take care. 833-212-1017 is the number. So I guess y'all talked to me through all the call. And so when I come back, I got to tell y'all about this heating company. I got to pop off about this heating company. Okay, I gotta go get a cup of coffee and calm myself down. I'm so mad. This might be, it's not a boomer moment. It's, I think, probably the biggest pop I've ever had. And now with the final traffic check of the day, on the final show of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth, here's Debbie Lazica.
Eastbound on 94, still dealing with some accidents just east of Barker Road. Cars on either side of the roadway, so watch for delays coming in from Highway F to that point. We've also got delays from, just after Highway 67, all the way to about Kettle Moraine Scenic. So just be careful. Genesee Street, same thing. We've also got a few delays through the Stadium interchange to about 35th Street. On southbound 43, a little heavy from Good Hope Road, heading down towards the Bender Road area. We've also got 41 backing up from Good Hope all the way to Capitol Drive, northbound from North Avenue up to Silver Spring. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, slight chance for showers, mostly cloudy with a low of 48. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a slight chance for afternoon showers, a high of 61. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
Don't miss one of Milwaukee's favorite summer traditions, the U-Path Ride for Arts, presented by Miller Lite, returns Sunday, May 31st. Ride a fully closed 20-mile course across the Hone Bridge with incredible lakefront views. Kids 12 and under ride free thanks to the Brewers Community Foundation. All in support of Southeastern Wisconsin performing arts. 7 a.m. start, finish at U-Path Fest on Summerfest grounds. Register today at upathRide.org. That's UPAFRIDE.org.
Hi, I'm Priscilla Presley. My love for animals began when I was 5 years old. That sparked a lifelong commitment to speak up for animals who can't speak for themselves. Elvis and I supported American Humane Society because your compassion can change a life. American Humane Society strengthens the bond between humans and animals. Please visit AmericanHumane.org to learn more. Thank you.
When you get a diagnosis of Parkinson's disease, things get real.
And nobody understands that better than the Parkinson's Foundation. All across the country, we provide resources and support in the fight against Parkinson's, a neurological disease that affects movement.
The Parkinson's Foundation is dedicated to improving care and advancing research towards a cure.
And when you call our helpline, you'll speak to a real person who can help you find the right information. Because while living with Parkinson's can be challenging, there are things you can do to improve your quality of life. So, whether you're newly diagnosed, have been living with Parkinson's for years, or caring for a loved one,
When Parkinson's gets real, find real answers at the Parkinson's Foundation.
go to parkinson.org or call our helpline at 1-800-4PD-INFO, 1-800-473-4636. The Parkinson's Foundation. Better lives together.
You've been diagnosed with COPD, but breathing seems to be getting harder. Everyday activities, walking to the mailbox, going up the stairs, talking on the phone take more effort than they used to. You're short of breath more often. Flare-ups are happening more frequently. And slowly, life starts to feel smaller. Is this you? If your COPD symptoms are getting worse, there may be options that can help you breathe easier and get back to doing more of what matters to you. That could mean walking further, spending more time with family and friends, feeling more confident leaving the house, and getting back to the life you want to live. If your COPD is changing, it's time to have a conversation with your doctor. Visit the COPD Foundation website at isthisyoucopd.org to learn the signs of severe and worsening COPD and the right questions to ask next. Take action today. Breathe better tomorrow.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You make me happy. This you can bear. You split right beside me.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. 28 minutes minus 3, which is 25 minutes to the end of my show, to the end of my reign, my journey. I hate using that word. My journey, my time with 101.7 The Truth. So it's been great. It's also been great because, I wasn't asked to go over there and I wasn't asked to stay here. So life is good. Move forward. Actually, it kind of forces me to do the 2 other things I was trying to do. And as of today, now there are 3 things that I was trying not to do, but then somebody called me and said, hey, can we do this? Let's do this. Let's change this to that. And I went, ooh, that's a good idea. So starting tonight, I got a meeting about some future plans on doing great things, along with doing the YouTube show and podcast and all that, starting on Monday. So it's kind of working out a little too well. But I just want to thank Good Karma Brands for 5.5 years of having a great time and a great day and in a great place, doing great things. So, yeah, it's been pretty good. It has been pretty good. So, I live in an older house. And because I live in an older house, it's in a historical district in Sherman Park. And because I live in an older house in a Sherman Park older house, because most houses are in the historical district in Sherman Park, it's an old house, which has radiators. Now, I don't know about you, but bruh, man, didn't grow up. I grew up in apartments with radiators. So when the new stuff came, I never owned a house until I moved to Milwaukee. Never lived in a house. So I had to do what? Learn how to deal with radiators. You know, you got to they filled up. You got to bleed them every now and then, let the air out so the water can fill it again and all that. One of the joints in the floor, it's a floor, one of the T-joints where you got the handle at the top leaked. And I mean, it leaked all over the kitchen floor. It was all over the place. Like, ugh. This is after you had your kitchen redone and you had new tile in. So the water was running. It wasn't bad, but it was significant. You put tiles down and all that. Didn't work. So what we had to do, get this, had to call a plumber. Say, hey, come fix this. Now, you already helped us with our boiler because we got an older house, so we did a boiler. We didn't do this, and you need an efficient that. I don't got that. So I did that. They did a great job. Granted, they took too long. And they did some stuff, and they had some issues. And what happened was one of the people, when you bleed your when you bleed your radiator, you're supposed to just hold it there and let the air come out. And when the water starts to squirt, you tighten it up, right? This dude took it out and walked away, filled up the entire room with water. Water then ran down into the living room. It was that bad. Anyway, to make a long story short, it took about 3 months to finally get the company to come in, tear open the ceiling, redo it, check any mold and all that, mitigate it, and then reseal it. Did a phenomenal job. Great job. So then I said, well, they did a great job. Have them come back. Let them go on and finish the radiator and just kind of, it's leaking. Let them just fix it. Oh, no problem. We got this, and we got discounts, and we got that, and we got this, and we got this. I was like, okay, come on. So they're supposed to come. They got a window to come, like 8 to 12, 1 to 4. And they showed up, like, after 1. I was like, okay. No, my bad. They showed up. They're supposed to be there at 8 o'clock. They got there at about 8:05. Which kind of shocked me to no end because, normally people, and I should have known better, right? They showed up on time. So when they showed up on time, they started doing the work. They got the work. They did everything, replaced everything, had to drain my boiler, had to drain my radiators of water because you can't work on a water spout now, right? And then when they were done, you fill it back up with water. Well, they were never able to fill it back up with water because the joint didn't fit, right? They couldn't get the joint to fit, but because it's so old, the pipes kind of set in place, and you couldn't remove the pipe because the pipes turned to rust, and then they fused, because that's what happens to steel. And somebody had to get an extra person to come straighten out both. It was a mess. That was Monday. They didn't get that done till Wednesday. Now, granted, everything was cool. They came back and worked on it, and then, what's today? Wednesday? They drained. And then they filled it back up. And now you got to bleed it. So I bled them. They bled the first floor. I came home. I know how to bleed a radiator. I bled the second floor. And it started getting cold. I'm like, hey, so what's going on? So finally I call them, say, hey, dude. And I'm sorry. My apologies. They finished on Tuesday. And Tuesday night, it got cold. Wednesday morning, I'm like, hey, it's cold in here. What's going on? Oh, I went back and checked the pictures. Evidently, the person that came there didn't turn on the gas. I was like, what do you mean? They didn't turn on the gas. But if you want to turn on the gas, it's just a flip. All you got to do is, I said, hold on. that's your insurance, not mine. If something gets screwed up or blow up, that's on you, not me. You're going to pay for that. So y'all need to send somebody back. Now, I called at 11:30 something, 11:40 something, say, hey, oh, yeah, we're going to put it in and we'll have somebody there. They're on another job, project, and they'll be there between 4 and 6. Yesterday, 4 and 6 came and went. Nothing. Meanwhile, we had to spend overnight sleep in like 44, 45 degree weather. Cold. You know, double blankets, all that stuff. Elderly woman in the house. Crazy. Wake up, oh yeah, they'll be there. They never showed up. I called. I got one of those. This is the digital assistant. We will send the message to, so when you ask it, it pauses and then answers your question. It's not a real person. Now, when I called at 11 o'clock, 11:40 something, whatever, I talked to an actual person. What is your name? Where are you from? I need your phone number. Blah, blah, blah. I want to talk to a manager. They always blow you. I don't want to let you talk to a manager, all that. I'm calling a manager back on Tuesday. I'm going to tell the manager, either I'm coming to your office or you come to my house. We need to talk. And so my question to you is, what should I say to him? The person showed up, flipped the switch, and then acted like they did something great, and then wanted to, well, thank you, and then wanted to shake my hand. And I'm like, I shook his hand, and then I was mad that I shook his hand. Why am I shaking your hand? I sat in 40-degree weather overnight, and your excuse was that, oh, our communication system went down. Then you pick up the phone and you call. It's called a phone. We have this thing that we think technology is going to save anything, but you need to be efficient enough so that when something goes wrong, you actually pick up the phone and dial it. You know those numbers they got on there, 1 through 0? That's for you to actually call somebody when you can't text or technology fails. And I'm going to have a conversation. You actually run a multi-million-dollar business, and you can't make a phone call or tell somebody, hey, no matter what, I need you to go to this place because I told you. I got an elderly person in the house. It's less than 40 degrees. It's freezing. If it had hit freezing temperatures, I would have sued him. There's no reason for you not to come flip this switch. You knew you had to do it. Well, we had a communications problem. That's not my problem. That's your problem. You should know better in your business. You should have redundancies built in. So when your technology doesn't work, you actually pick up the phone and call somebody. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. You don't have a backup? How stupid is that? You're a multi-million-dollar company and you don't have a backup to people who need and you got the audacity on your website to say you got 24 hours? You don't even call people back. Then all of a sudden this morning, oh, technician will be there at 8 o'clock. Oh, let me see. I called you yesterday at 11 and this is the answer I get back? Well, we did send that we were coming at 6. You never showed up. And when I called, you never answered. So you know what I did, right? Well, first of all, you should tell me, what should I do? 833-212-1017 is the number. What should I do? When we come back, I'm going to tell you what I did. I'm going to tell you what I did toward the company. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Stay tuned. Final segment on Truth in the Afternoon with me, Dr. Ken Harris.
Truth Nation is the best fan base in the country.
This is my first time calling in, but I listen to you all the time, and I appreciate you and with Bill Brown and everything you stand for and everything that you do. So I want to say thank you so much for being you.
We want you to tap into the talk and text line every show, every day at 833-212-1017.
Hey, man, this station is on fire the last couple days.
Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
Sweet Talk's Medical Spa in Menominee Falls. Skip the sterile clinical office feel. Sweet Talk stays on the cutting edge of beauty and wellness innovations in a vibrant, playful space promoting self-love and confidence. Sweet Talk specializes in a range of treatments including injectables, medical-grade skincare, weight loss, hormone therapies, and more. Not sure where to start? Sweet Talks offers comprehensive wellness consultations to create a customized plan centered around you. Because at Sweet Talks, your goals are their goals. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
After an accident, don't wait to get the help you need. Call Gruber Law Offices first. There is no fee until we win your case. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th at Franklin Field, featuring live performances by Rick Ross, Genuine, Soulja Boy, Frankie J, Mims, Edie Pablo, Jaquan, and Milwaukee's very own Big Frank. It's Milwaukee's biggest throwback party of the summer, all for $29. There will be craft margaritas, Milwaukee's best taco vendors, authentic lucha libre wrestling, an exotic car showcase, a Chihuahua beauty pageant, art installations, and so much more. Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th. Get your tickets now at tacosandtequilafestival.com.
Now that I'm retired, I'm worried about making ends meet. Food, medicine, and rent cost more every day. And that's why I used benefitscheckup.org. It connected me to an extra $1,000 a month. Benefitscheckup.org is a free service from the National Council on Aging. If you're on a fixed income, benefitscheckup.org might help you too. For free. Visit today.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon, 45 minutes after the hour. 833-212-1017 is the number. Curly Q say, Dr. Ken, you figure out how to tell that person you don't want to connect with their friend. Well, that was from the other day. Yes, I did. I said, thank you, but at this point in my life, I don't have the capacity to add that deep of a friendship. You all do the same things and you do the same. Thanks. Appreciate it. That's why I ask people, hey, if you need to know somebody that can handle stuff like that, let me know. And that's how, if I want to connect, so like if I want to connect Zach to a friend of mine, I tell Zach, well, if you want to get some help with that or if you need anything, let me know. I have a friend who does that. And I let it go. Not, hey, Zach, I want to introduce you to a friend of mine. I think you all will get along. Nah. That for me is an automatic, I don't think so. Because what happens is you have to be careful of who's in your circle. Who's in your circle. Because your 5 most closest friends reflect who you really are. They really do. They really do. So I said, thank you, but I don't have the capacity at this point to add to my friend repertoire. I know people don't want to be my friend, so I'm good. Like, I'm great. And so getting back to my rant, as it were. So one of the things I did, and I am going to call on Tuesday and say, I need to speak to a manager. I'm free all summer. Pick a day, pick a time. I can come to your office and we can discuss, or you can come to me. But we're not going to do it on the phone. We need to talk face to face. I think that it's inappropriate, and I think that it's trash that you use technology to distance yourself from people, but you want to charge people that much money to get work done. It's insulting. It's demeaning. And I want to call you out on it in a very respectful way. So what I did is I went to their website and I Googled the website and said complaint review. And their website popped up. So you know what I did, right? I went to the website and I wrote a review. Now, Quanda, be quiet. Don't say nothing. Let me see who I need to tell to be quiet. Babar, Curly Q, Quanda, Sincere, Running Ray Real, Felix. If you on the chat, be quiet. Scotty, if you on the chat, be quiet. All right? I already know I'm Petty Freddy. So what I did is I went on their Google site, click review, and I detailed date, time, when I went, where I came from, the phone calls I made, this is the time, this is how they responded, blah, 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 blah. Follow up, 6:23 p.m. called, 6:44, 48, something like that. I called back, no reply. The next day, our communications problem. We had a communication. No, you didn't have a communication problem. If you had a communication problem, pick up the phone and call. Like, how stupid can you be? So I wrote all that in the review, detailed, and then said, I will never, ever make a referral for them. And I was about to sign up with this company to actually sign up for one of those year-long things where you pay every month, and so you get discounted service, which makes no sense to me because I'm just prepaying you for stuff that I think I need you to do, or I'm paying your trip fee up front, and then you say you don't charge me a trip fee. Like, that's dumb. You're already charging me monthly. And then they overcharge you for everything, for work and all. It's just, I'm at a point now where I just try to learn how to do it myself. And then if I don't understand it or know, I'll call a professional. But I told them in the review, not you. I said, I will never make a referral and I will never call you again. The boiler that you put in is under warranty. The day I literally stop acknowledging your existence is when the warranty dies. Unfortunately, it's like a 10-year, 20-year warranty. But other than that, when you come to my house, don't talk to me. Just do the work and leave. I don't want to know your name. I don't know how happy you are. I don't know how gracious you are. What I want you to do is just do your work and get out. Is that too mean? By the way, I gave him 1 star. And I said, I had to put a star in for it to register to be a review. But if I could give you 0, I would have given you 0 or a -2. I said that was the worst service I have ever had in my entire life. And I will never, I even put it in the review, I will never make a referral or call you again unless it's warranty. Don't even bother. Don't even bother. Because it's just bad. Customer service has gotten so bad. But then you have to take a step back. And you have to remember that nobody's perfect. Nobody's going to get everything right every time. But this is the same company that when they did good, I gave them a great review. So when you did bad, I gave them a bad review. And hopefully they'll learn from it. I doubt it. And the reason I doubt it is because if communications is your issue, look at this. If communications is your issue and your communication system fails and you have a phone and you don't use it, that makes you stupid. I'm sorry. That makes you stupid. It's just lazy. Well, it's late in the evening, so we gotta watch it and we gotta do those things. So I don't know. It's sad. So as we get towards the end of an era, I just want to say it's been an honor and a privilege and a pleasure to be here with all of you folks here on 101.7 The Truth. It'll move on into its new iteration, move on to its new great things. I'll be at I'll be at Dr. Ken's Truth. Babar, I'm sorry. Mr. Madi says, stop calling people stupid, Dr. Ken. Hey, Madi, that's stupid. Okay. So, I think he just did it because he wanted me to say it again. But it's an honor and a privilege to have been here over the last 5.5 years. I want to thank Craig Karmazin. I want to thank Evan Cohen. I want to thank Danny Zetterman and Cherie Harris and Kyle Wallace for the Brain Trust. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. One of the last rebroadcasts, I guess we'll get it over the weekend too, of the Tory Lowe Show's coming up at 6 o'clock. And then I will see you on Monday at 4 o'clock for about a few minutes, an hour, or something like that at Dr. Ken's Truth on YouTube.com. Have a great one. Zach, as always, appreciate you, love you. Thank you for, Zach was the first person hired by The Truth. That's what I'm talking about. He got power. He's got wisdom. It's going to be great. And you got to tell me the next time you're going to be DJing because I got to come.
Tonight.
Tonight? Where at?
Katrina Cantina on the south side.
Katrina Cantina. That's way out south, isn't it? Yeah.
Like on South 6th Street.
Yeah. All right, bet. Guess I'm going to have to roll through. You might want to do that too. Hey, God bless. Take care. Have a great rest of your evening. And have a happy and blessed Memorial Day. I'm out.
Be quiet.
Check your head.